Welcome to a new episode of the Energy Bridge. Still here in Intersolar. We are very happy to have finally Alexandra, very busy and traveler.
The traveler, yeah. Live on the plane.
Living on the plane. Someday I told you that you live in a constant jet lag, with a time shift.
No, I learned how to be smarter. It's like vertical fly. So don't shift the continent horizontal,
amazing.
And then you don't fix too much jet lag.
Okay.
But still, I feel so. Like for exhibitions, jet lag doesn't matter. Like you just constantly talk.
Yeah, it is what it is. So,
Alexandra, we would like you to introduce yourself for the community.
Yes.
As we know, as a friend and our classmate, but for the community, if you could tell your role at Tecloman and also about Tecloman a bit.
Definitely. Hi, Energy Bridge. You say like a tab, right? Tab folks. Tab folks, hi there. So this is Alexandra. I'm in charge of the Tecloman's global market. It's a great honor to be here finally. I met Daniel and Rahul since 2 years ago. 2 years ago in our class in 𝐂𝐻𝐿 Renewable Masters. And when I'm in Europe, I live in Vienna. And I'm very excited to be here because I witness how you convert this from an idea into reality. And this is also what's the start of Tecloman. Yeah. Finally, let's transition to this, right?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, because the parent company is called Molo. And it was founded more than 32 years ago. And starting as a switchgear and energy solution company. And it was a special time for infrastructure development, and that's how we catch the wind. And in 2017, the idea is about energy transition. And many of renewable energy like solar and wind has already been deployed, and people are quite fresh about the idea of energy storage. But we come out of a utility background, so that we know energy is not just generation. It's a system where you have generation, you have transmission, you have distribution. It's just like I think of it like a digestive system, right? So you gotta eat. You create energy. But if you eat too much and you have not so good digestive, and it just gotta waste. It's just like the abandoned solar electricity generated or wind electricity generated. So that's how I understand the system of a battery. Yeah. Because we saw the very steep growth of renewable stores, especially in Europe. And we know that there got to be some time you need to digest. Because previously it's hunger, but now it's like too much how to take a digestive pill as energy storage. So we have this idea and we found the company in 2017. And actually the next year, 2018, is the first year that we come to Intersolar. It's also my first year in Intersolar. Okay. And back then I wasn't in B1 hall. We call it like a Nummer 1, like number 1 hall. Yeah. But at that time, it's like a very fresh thing for us because many of the participants come out from a solar background actually, and they've been here like more than 10 years. Exactly. It's a very, very old show, historical show.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And we saw that, I think back in 2017, it's about also ABC, but you have like 3 halls or 2 halls, like 2 rows. But now it's full. Mm-hmm. So,
Alexandra, we want to know a bit more about Tecloman, but first just a bit about your journey. So what did you study before getting into energy, and how was your transition into energy?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so my background is actually in computer engineering. I was studying in University of Toronto. Mm-hmm. Actually, I entered as a mechanical engineering.
Oh, wow.
But I think I am one of those spoiled kids. We have no idea what is mechanical engineering. When I choose a major, I thought Iron Man. Right? That's the only channel that I know. And when I enter, and you have to study structural analysis, you have to study like matrix, like linear algebra, all this kind of stuff. It's fun, but I have no clue what kind of role it can lead me to. So on the second year, I transit into computer engineering because at that time it's what cool kids do, 𝐓𝐞𝐜𝐥𝐵. So I transit into computer engineering. And it's quite an exciting journey for me because we learn a lot of interesting stuff like parallel programming, FPGA. None of those I have related now. So actually, when I graduated, we were doing this apnea analysis, so using machine learning. So it's to automatic diagnosis of stop breathing while sleeping. So it's a very fun project to do, but still it's like you're in the ivory tower because you're in a pre-set up experiment environment. Like you're comfy and there are written roads for you, but it's in Canada, and as you can imagine, like you can see what your life is after 40 years. So for me, I would like to know a little bit more about what's going on around the world. Renewable is one of my interests. I actually, the first time I have any contact with this industry is back in 2013 when we were doing a project. It's like one of the small mock capstone that we do in school. And I was working with Bullfrog Power. They were doing developments, sustainable developments in Canada. And they do wind, they do solar. And we were in charge of the marketing part. But they are all very small sized. And the reason is Canadian markets, they are born renewable. Because 80% of the energy generation comes from hydro, and the left 20% is for nuclear.
And nuclear, but they don't have a.
They have a biomass, but those are the major parts. I mean, the major rough 80, 20, and that's it.
Okay.
So you can really see any big opportunities there, but they do have a global adjustment back in 2013, which I haven't even graduated yet. But that gave me a rough idea about climate change and renewable. And after graduation, so instead of going into master study or go to research center, because previously with the experiment we do research, and I find quite confined. So I come to Tecloman because it just funded. And it's fresh, and they need people who speak English. So I think I'm the one, and I come to learn. And it's a fresh subject for me. And I back then when I traveled to Germany, I come to Intersolar. I also come to Hanover Industry Show, and I find everything is so fresh. Nothing is written on textbook.
It's very dynamic.
So you see it and you touch it. And you talk with people. But very funny because, back then, as I said, energy storage is very fresh. So when I was introducing about energy storage, you tell them the story. Okay, you gotta store the electricity and you gotta release it. I say, why? Why you gotta release it? And mostly the motive is subsidy. Because I can, because it's free, right? And the second part is I want to use the green energy, like my solar panel generated, and now I want to use it. So those are the major subjects. And the second reason is actually for spoiled and a very privileged society to say it. because not everywhere they can have subsidy, and they can say that I have this value of sustainability and I pay for it, right? So that's why I learned that actually European market is a very privileged market, or I say it's like more civilized market, and that's why it becomes the leader who actually cultivates the industry.
Alexandra, you in your introduction, you already said about you look into the global market for Tecloman. So, which markets are interesting for you? We are in Europe, we are in Intersolar for Germany, but starting from here, which of the country and regions are more interesting for you?
We are recording. But
you can come to say hi. You can say hi. You're already here.
I would like to say goodbye to my fellow friends.
No,
Great.
nice to meeting you. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for everything.
Thank you.
See you next year, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Great question. So for us, I'll explain why global markets. Because you see, like there was for the last, I think, 8 years, there was like a modernization of society, and the key role or key feature of modern society is infrastructure. It's a brand new infrastructure. You can use electricity, and now we see the same thing is going on. Like because back then, for this industrial revolution, like it's all over the globe, right? It's now or later. So I see exactly the same thing happening for all over the globe, now or later. It's just like a different demand. So as I just mentioned, European is more like a privileged society or like a large community or union. But as you mentioned, for countries, the first Germany, of course, it's a leaders. And one motive for Germany market is that it's a leader and it's number one who lead this transition. And for us, it's like an icon to be present in this market. So we set up our company here. We actually have office and warehouse and training center here in Germany because we think it's very important to collaborate with local network here who actually have been in this industry since the very beginning. So most of the genes, come from here, and then elaborate a little bit out. So our first market is Menares, and we're still very interested in that because this market is very active. And, Netherlands is very famous for innovation and creating something new. You live there, Yeah, so we would like to be active there. And we have our wonderful partner, Positron, who introduced us there and who successfully built the name together. And we really appreciate that because they help us to, take this first step and strongly. And we would like to continue this partnership. And for other markets, very exciting market definitely is Eastern Europe, including like Hungary, like Bulgaria, Romania, Czech Republic, Poland, all of them. Yeah, and we're already taking actions. We're doing the grade integrated certifications. We work with our local partners. We actually also have a planning to set up factory because the idea is local to local.
Where can be safe or is still safe?
Right now, under discussion is Romania.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
I think one of the reasons is actually a lot of technicians are from Romania, even like in Germany. So they know the market very well. And they just joined the European Union, like the Schengen region. And I think that's great sign, that the Romania society or like industry is having a conversion or economic environment. It's having a transition, a good one.
Yeah.
And we would like to get on this together with our friends. Yeah.
Amazing. What you mentioned about partnerships, we have seen it in many interviews, collaboration, and you are applying it between companies. So that's amazing to increase your market and being more global. So this is
I think not only the market, it's more about it's more about we have the friends in the industry who have first-hand information. So because like it's a survival game. Although it's like a privileged market, it's a survival game, and you want to know which direction is the right direction. So it's like a hunting, right? You want the best information, and you want like a team, a squad, like to nail. So for us, it's very nice to have our partner, our friends, not necessarily a company, but we're very open to collaborate, share insights. So
who are going to be for last 3 days, we have seen many different kind of people being your collaborators. Like especially we saw from the distribution side a lot of people from the EPC side as well.
Yeah. EPC side very important role because our focus is in industrial energy storage, and in industrial there's so many different industries. Different industry means different solutions.
exactly.
So not only EPC, like there are different EPCs and there are different players, and from upstream to downstream, we're all interested. Yeah, because at the very beginning we were doing residential. It's a standard product. It's a standard one. But the thing is, you have to know it's a supply chain, and I am part of the supply chain, or even like above supply chain, we say value chain. What value are you creating for this ecosystem? Mm-hmm. And we want to hear what people are talking about this. Because previously when we just pitch about our product. Later on we figure out it's not about the product. It's about what the final customer wants.
Okay.
Right? And the final customer wants is sometimes it's a very abstract thing. It's like an energy service, right? Mm-hmm. And how do you define that? How do you supply that? So every value chain or every supplier in the value chain, they're going to define their interface and how they communicate. And the question we ask every day within our team is, what can we do more about our product? What can we do more about how to support you in the presence and in the service? So we actually work with a lot of different partners, like one very like out of your imagination, like Bitcoin. So they also come to us.
Yeah.
And previously we were approached like 3 years ago. But now they're more motivated because of our scale up, so the price goes down, and they have more drive to come to approach us and talking about of overall solution. For us, it's quite interesting. They're talking about all different kind of scenarios. So as you ask, like what kind of partners, so actually a lot. Even our competitor can be our partner sometimes.
It was very interesting for me talking to 𝐂𝐿𝐴 yesterday, and they said one of the early projects that they did in Benelux market was a lot of farmers at a farmer area where they had PV, and you never expect them to be early adopters. But how do you see that, like them being the early adopters?
Yeah, subsidy. As I said, subsidy.
Yeah.
Because it's free. Why not? Right, but of course another drive is actually the installers, because the PV part is decreasing, or it becomes more competitive. Mm-hmm. So they also want to generate another stream, like a cash flow, like generation line. So they're considering what to have, right? So if I'm placing myself in their shoe, maybe after after energy storage, they may install chargers. And we have this concept was discussed 6 years ago, because we saw that every one of them have tractors by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the Bowman show, I think 1 month ago.
Yeah.
And I saw a full set of Caterpillar tractors, including charging solutions, all electrified.
Yeah.
Wow.
So think of that.
Tractors. Wow.
Yes. So, anyways, they gotta apply loans apply loans to buy the tractors. Why not electric? They're gonna be more safety. So, I think subsidy plays a very important role to open the opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know if they are kicking us out or with this announcement.
Maybe we can continue regardless. Everyone understands we are at Intersolar, a lot of noises, but it's very interesting what you're saying.
Yes.
We also want to understand what is going on in the market right now. What kind of solution are selling more and people are inquiring, because at Intersolar there are a lot of inquiry going on as well.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the impression of it?
I think the most inquiries happens when people have PV already, and now they think, okay,
Big
I
plants? I mean, in big scale?
Yeah,
Is
big
there
scale,
bigger
big
demand?
scale,
Okay.
big scale. Because smaller scales, they will go to like our partner Positron.
Okay.
Yeah, so big scales, because they are developed not by the final owner, not by the individual owner.
Uh-huh.
They're developed by development companies with their own investors. So they have a promise of a return, right? And when there's too many PV on there,
Yeah.
feed-in tariff goes down. Same happen with wind, okay? And the expected return goes down, or even negative.
Yeah.
And what actions they can take is they add battery. They figure out another kind of business model. They add it on there, and they make it positive. And they have to take this kind of actions, and it's a profitable action, because having like co-location make the project more resilient.
Just you mentioned before that renewable energy is one of your interests.
Uh-huh.
So what are your other
I
interests?
have so many
Exactly,
interests.
exactly.
I have
Yeah.
so many interests. So, I like AI concepts and also applications. I like spiritual things.
Okay,
Uh,
such as?
Huh?
Such as? Like which?
Such as I don't know how to name those.
Okay.
We can have a separate, like with our beer. Maybe
Okay,
like
perfect. I
I
would like
get
to know.
prepared and I'll share.
Okay.
But it's also very very interesting.
Okay.
It's like a
I just have, like, before we go into the other interest or questions,
yeah, I jumped.
on the same side. So, for example, when we were talking about the inquiries, and it was mostly with the PV scale PV, and they were inquiring about the storage.
Yes.
How do you see, especially from the wind farm, and when the onshore or offshore wind farm, they just go
Okay.
for the electrolyzers. And PV,
offshore, offshore
they go
is
for-
difficult.
They want to create hydrogen, but I mean, technology is going together hand in hand, like storage, hydrogen, and what I want to ask here is that
It's floating away.
it's flowing away, but it's very interesting as well for someone who is manufacturer. How do they see? Because we were also talking with Johnny and about new technology and new products coming in. Where
Okay, I know where we're going. So I think new products means, first of all, new solutions, but it has to reside somewhere. As I said, it's a digestive system, or it's like a whole system, including right. So you have a whole system. So any technology will lay into the system, and or like software solution make it more effective. Or with a better prediction. And then it gotta come back, because the structure doesn't really change that much. And what comes back to the technology, I think one thing about because you see like the systematic view is from me and from many people who has power industry backgrounds, but from renewable industry, it's a little bit different. I think because there was a background of climate change and the net zero, and that is a new narrative was created 30 or 40 years ago, and this somehow creates some demand.
Yeah, like align some forces, right? Because before it was like global warming, then it was climate change.
It forced investment or capital to enter to invest, and that is a brilliant act. Yeah. So now when it goes further down, I think it's no longer just about the narrative. It's about strong and real demand, because what they create is that they use the narrative, they set up the absorption part, right? And they create those generation, or like hydrogen, they can be also generation, and then like that push another demand for digestion. So now you will see a cycle, one pushes the other. Yeah. But back to the energy storage technology, we were also talking about sodium. We were also talking about like long duration. But you have to come back to a very real perspective is cost. Because I think lithium phosphate is already quite magical. If you see the history of how this technology come grow,
with the prices very high and
it's amazing because you dated back I think 1960 or something, and the major drive is to get rid of oil. Like not get rid of, at least it's alternative. And actually ExxonMobil is the one.
So for oil and gas.
Yes, it's the one who drive the research side of lithium battery from the very beginning. But they give up. They just, here's the money, do it. No results. Okay, stop. Bye bye. So this is what they do. Many of the venture capital also do that. So that actually creates a very difficult situation because, like the very noble scholar, Dr. Goodenough, who was one of the top researcher of lithium battery, and he contributes a lot into this area. He doesn't benefit like financially from their own invention. And they also have co-authors. They give the patents to the English Academy, and they sell it to, I think, Panasonic or another Japanese company. And then they have that patent. But later on, there's another, I think, scholar who was publishing something else, or Panasonic, I don't remember. But basically, several ones have the same patents, and it somehow got open sourced. Yeah. So that's how everybody got their patents and start to make battery. And it's no longer about the academic invention itself. So it's not only about technology. What is more important is manufacturing process. How do you have the best process to make this happen on a large scale defines what becomes the mainstream. And that is what happened now. And so that's how, we got cheap and affordable technology.
I have two questions, but before that, I'll let Daniel ask some more questions.
No, please go ahead. I'm still processing the story behind, like with the patents and everything. So
yeah, I'll send you some more information about it. I think you can make an extra episode about this.
About it, yeah.
Yeah. Because you see, like so many companies come into lithium and they create the small ones. What about the big ones?
Exactly.
And how it goes to
get
see
this point,
how it goes to like China, and how China make a large scale out of it. Like,
that's amazing. So
my question, Alexandra, to you is, Tecloman is trying to enter many different markets at the same time. And how do you see the changes in the market, the regulations? Are they enabling regulation, or are they distracting or constrained?
Well, it's a complex topic. and there are so many markets.
Yeah.
Yeah, some markets are still learning because still energy storage is fresh to them. And we saw that famous for compliance, European Union is tightened. That's what we saw. And I think it's double-edged, so good and bad. The good perspective is it becomes more standard and make the competition more fair, make the entrance barrier higher, and that is definitely a good thing, especially for consumers, right? Pro-consumers. But on the bad side, I think it's about the adoption. But I don't blame because. European markets did the first adoption.
Yeah.
It's always an early adopter. So I think they contribute too much to the industry. They can retrieve and give others more opportunity.
No, it's true. It's true.
Okay, and my closing question is about which is the easier market? I mean, you already talked about the regulation part of it, but in terms of also, like for example, you have an office in Chile too, and it's a very advanced market in terms of PV. How do you see the differences you're learning from different markets?
I think it's to define easy market. I would say easy market are ready market because we're already a very mature manufacturer and solution supplier. When we come to mature market, which is like a ready market, it's easy for us. It's very easy on the communication side, on the education side, and easy to find partners because many partners are already self-cultivated by positive cash flow already. So that is easy markets, and difficult markets are actually markets who lack funds. Yeah, because in the end, somebody have to pay for it.
Yeah. That makes sense. And just a follow-up question on that, like when you said like someone had to pay for it. So how is that? We understood also from Mikhail, the CEO of Solarity, that Eastern market, even if they are not able to pay, just because they
are able to pay.
I mean, compared to some other regions.
Okay.
Compared to some other regions that they might have restrained, but they are also trying to invest in energy storage more compared to some other countries because their grid are not able to take. So what I'm trying to ask you is that but the regulation is not supporting, but people want it. That there's a need, there's a bit of demand and supply gap over there. So how do you see market progressing in the next years?
I think Eastern Europe will keep this momentum because not much has been realized. And you gotta understand, like in the previous 10 years, they're just watching, right? They're just looking at a lot of things has been done already from Western Europe. Yeah. And they saw all those different applications being done. And when it comes back to Eastern Europe, it's just a beginning residing in Eastern Europe. And they are actually very aggressive because it takes 30 years for Western countries to come here today. Yeah. And they're very cautious. And they don't do many big scale energy storage projects. But for Eastern Europe, the waiting like in the end, you gotta have the big ones. Yeah. So why don't we just have it now?
No. Leapfrogging.
Yes.
What the Western market had to do, they can just leave some steps and already move to energy storage.
Because it's proven to be successful. Yeah. And you can also find mature partners from Western Europe. Yeah. Because many players are actually from Western Europe or even Middle East. Mashra are acquiring tons of pipelines like in Romania and Bulgaria. So they're just directly for acquisition. So I think that they also see these opportunities residing here.
Amazing. There is something else that you would like to add in this this interview?
I think this is only like the first interview we're doing.
first of many.
So we can do tons of it, and we can invite more friends. We can do roundtable. I
It
think
would be amazing.
yes.
Hey, thank you very much, Alexandra.
And I just want to add, I'm so glad it finally happened with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Very
yes.
difficult to catch you.
Yeah,
so,
we were looking forward to it for a very long time. So we are thankful that it finally happened, and we get to learn so much from you already.
You're being humble.
And many.
The next time I gotta ask you questions.
Okay, welcome. Yeah.
Look forward to that.
Great.
So, thank you very much for having us, for your collaborative spirit,
Thank
for
you.
having us here in the booth. It has been a pleasure to work together.
It's our pleasure too.
And
Because there are more conversations just out of like what do you need? What's the price? You know.
Exactly.
You're initiate a more meaningful, not more meaningful, but also meaningful conversations. Like outside of the scope of product, services, solution.
Exactly.
Because your observation perspective is from higher up.
Externally,
like
we are trying to understand what's
about the whole landscape.
Exactly.
So, it's very great to have you here.
amazing. Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you, everyone, for watching the episode until the end. And see you next time. Now we're still here in Intersolar, but maybe leaving
Last minute.
in last minute. So,
Last goodbye from Munich.
okay.
Bye bye.